Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, just in case you are new here, and I hope you're having a fantastic Friday or whatever day you're deciding to watch this on. I do want to start this off with, I appreciate every last one of you who comments something on my channel. The positive thoughts, the prayers, the whole shebang, all of it. The words of encouragement, the questions you have, just all of it. I appreciate it. The one thing I will ask is, don't be that person that you spam a comment. You say the same thing over and over and over again in the same video or in multiple videos, and then you start going to other people's comments and saying that same phrase over and over and over. I appreciate what you're trying to say, but you don't have to say it over and over, especially if I've responded to it. We're good to go. If you want to go talk to other people in their comments, that's fine. But if you're like, you're sticking to this one thing over and over, it's probably going to end up either having your comment removed or you removed from the channel. That's just, sorry, not trying to be rude. I don't want to have spam all throughout my comments. I can see that it started bothering other people, so I handled it. And we'll just leave it at that. But I appreciate everybody commenting something if they feel like it on the channel, on the videos. It means a lot. So thank you. Thank you very much. But on to the topic of today. Yet to hear back from my oncologist. So that sucks. I was hoping to get chemo sometime this week. It didn't happen. If not this week, I was hoping to get it Monday. It's not going to happen. So it looks like I'm just going to have to trek through next week and then get back on the schedule. And it's not her fault. I'm not blaming her in any way. She could be extremely busy this week. I have no idea. I also wanted to talk to her about the mutation results to see if any of that had come back. But so far, nothing. So I'll know when I know something, y'all will know something. And we will go from there. There is some paperwork that I need to fill out, but I have to get it from my email and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. I did want to go through some more of the questions that had been asked throughout the channel that I had missed, or I said I was going to and I never got a chance to get to them. And this one was an interesting one. So this one was from Allison Trice. She said, so you were already well into treatment by the time the pandemic hit. I was wondering what effect, if any, the whole pandemic lockdown had on your mental health and maybe physical state too. From the British Inquisitive Elf. Love, love, love. Whenever the pandemic hit, I was obviously already doing treatment. I'd been doing treatment, but that was around 2020 whenever it like really hit. I had just started my Twitch streaming and doing a whole bunch of that, still making videos for YouTube, but it was all gaming. Didn't really do any of the cancer talk yet. As we were doing treatment, that was around February, was around the time that I had the allergic reaction to oxaliplatin. So we had paused chemo for a second. And then they had taken me off of that, and I was still doing when we restarted, I was doing the 5FU, which is the bag that you take home for a few days that's still attached to you, and the Arena Tacan, the one that I'm still on today. As we're doing all of that, we noticed that it's kind of, nothing's really working. I'm being affected by the chemo, but the cancer's not. So we decided to go ahead and take a break from it again, and that's when we decided to do radiation. That all leads to a COVID story I've got for you. I guess for me mentally, it didn't really affect me all that bad. Like the pandemic didn't really hit me all that hard because I still had to get out and about. I still had to go to the hospital. I still had to get chemo. And then most of my friends, like, we played online. So, I mean, it was really nothing different. I couldn't go outside because of the chemo anyways. It would affect me, physically being out in the sun for too long. So I stayed inside for the most part. It really didn't affect me all that much mentally. But physically, when we started the radiation, we'd gotten everything, like the pain had gotten pretty bad. And this was around 2021. Like we had finally made that year around. Unfortunately, that was also the year that I lost my grandma. She had lost her fight to cancer. She was dealing with way more than any of us knew. Like she wouldn't say anything about the pain she was in or what she was dealing with, but my mom had taken her to countless doctor's appointments and all this other stuff as well. But she was, I mean, for lack of a better term, she was my biggest fan when it came to any of the content creation I did. She loved the hell out of it. She would get a kick out of seeing me get jump scared in video games. I mean, she absolutely loved watching me play these games and, you know, be stupid. But unfortunately, while starting radiation is whenever I lost her. And, you know, I had to keep going to radiation. So the thing that sucked about that was I'm going to this place day after day. Like there's no quit. And it's only, you're only there for like 5 minutes. You get in, set up, they do the treatment, you get out. You just basically lay on a table. This thing goes around you for 35 minutes and you're out. That's it. See you tomorrow, same time. I remember after radiation one day, I actually had to skip the next day because I'd gotten home and I started feeling really bad. And I can't remember like when it had hit, but I just started feeling like crap and I started feeling hot. I ended up checking my temperature and it was like 104. And I mean 104. And it was extremely high. I took some ibuprofen and my girlfriend at the time was like, nope, we're going to the emergency room. So we get there. I tell them what, you know, my condition. I'm a stage 4 colon cancer patient dealing with radiation. I have a high fever. What do we do? So they beeline me to the back and get me all set up. They take blood work and all this other stuff and do a nose swab and blah, blah, blah. COVID test. They were like, well, we can't find anything. So we're going to go ahead and let you go. And if anything changes, we'll give you a call or you'll see it in your patient portal. It's like, okay, whatever. So I'm feeling better, I guess, from the ibuprofen or the meds that they gave me. My fever broke. I still feel a little crappy, but, you know, no big deal. It's nothing I can't handle. I go ahead and we stop at this little pizza place that I'd been wanting to try. We get in there, we get our food, and we like take our masks off and we're eating the food. And I go to check my patient portal and it just says COVID positive. I was like, oh shit. Babe, we gotta go. I got COVID. Like, we can't be here. I don't need to be here. I don't want to get anybody else sick. Beeline straight to the house. So it was weird. Like I never had any of the major symptoms. Like I never lost taste. I never lost smell. I felt fine besides that one fever thing. My girlfriend was, you know, she was worried that she was going to catch it, but she knew like I had to be taken care of. I still had to go to radiation. So that was a whole ordeal. But I mean, she helped as much as she could. When she could. And it was just weird. Like I had gone this whole time without getting it. And all of a sudden I go to a new facility to get this radiation done and I catch COVID, which it's more possible that I got it from there. I'm not saying I did, but it's more possible that I did because it is a hospital setting. There's a lot of sick people and things happen and it's a pandemic. So long story short, it really didn't mentally mess with me. There was a lot of things that it was just normal for me, you know, staying inside, talking to my friends online. It was fine, whatever. Physically, when I caught it, it sucked for a day and then it kind of sucked for a week and then everything went back to normal. So it really wasn't anything too crazy. That's just how it's been. I mean, dealing with all that while having to get treatment, you still got to go get treatment. Because if you don't, you know what the outcome is going to be. That's what we needed to do. We still had to go get treatment. It is what it is. There's nothing else we can do but, keep pushing forward. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I was good mentally. I was okay physically. And it was just it was a whole nother time. I mean, it feels like it was not just a few years ago. Like, it feels like it was a long time ago that all that happened. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And if anybody else has any questions that they want asked, and it can be anything, it doesn't have to be cancer related. It can be anything you want to know. I will find your question and I will make it into a video. And if there's a bunch of small questions, I'll make it into, like, I'll have a bunch of small questions in one video. But if there's one that I can make a whole video out of, might as well. So, please, I hope you have a fantastic Friday or whatever day you're watching this on. And like I said, please don't spam comments in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I love what everybody has to say, and I really appreciate it. And I love that there are people that are connecting in the comments and talking like old friends. It's great. I love that. That's what I want in this community. Please don't spam. That's all I ask. It'd be great. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Keep an eye out for them silver linings. And until the next video, I will see you. Bye.